very special service in hospitals, hospices, care homes, special needs schools, on stroke units, and also working with growing children and in many other establishments. Let's meet the 12 Princess Therapy dogs here with us this afternoon. We have Felicity the Rottweiler, Maisie the Great Dane, Jen the Whippet, Esme the Shetland Sheepdog, Tobias the Golden Setter, Rue the Chihuahua, Howard the Boxer, Inky the Crossbreed, Muppet the Cocker Spaniel, Biffo the Bull Mastiff, Lexi the German Shepherd, and the winner of last year's High Life Pack Dog of the Year, Hamish McPhee the West Highland White Terrier. Well, these dogs are all registered pack dogs doing really amazing work in the community. 6 of these wonderful dogs are finalists in this year's High Life Pack Dog of the Year competition. Let's meet each finalist in turn. The first finalist is Howard. Pack Dog Howard, owned by Yolanda Tonkin from Penryn in Cornwall. Howard visits an Antrim Manor care home. His owners wanted to give something back as their youngest son, Aidan, suffered from leukemia and spent many months in Bristol Children's Hospital. Whilst in the hospital, he was visited by a Princess Therapy dog, which made a huge difference to his stay. Eventually, Aidan received a bone marrow transplant from his brother Kieran. Realising she had a dog at home who could do similar work to the dog that had benefited her sons, Yolanda decided to get Howard assessed to see if he was suitable to become a Princess Therapy dog. Both Aidan and Kieran joined the Princess Therapy Junior Club and now accompany their mum on buddied visits to the elderly residents at the care home. A healthcare worker from Antrim Manor Care Home said, "Howard brings so much pleasure to our residents who really look forward to his visits. Howard's manners are second to none and he is the most welcome visitor to our residents." The first of the finalists, Pack Dog Howard. Our second finalist is Rue. Here come the support team. Pack Dog Rue, owned by Jane Neary from Solihull. 7 separate nominations were received for Rue, who visits at Ward 8 of Solihull Hospital, which is the stroke ward. Rue gives the patients a much-needed lift and has had a huge impact on their rehabilitation. Rue has made a massive change on Ward 8 and brings happiness and love to all the patients. The staff at the hospital say the ward is richer for Rue's presence. In one nomination from a patient's partner, it states Rue was placed on Al's knee and he stroked Rue with his remaining good hand. I watched Al's facial expression and he looked like he was taken into another world. It was an invaluable insight. Rue helps promote calmness, much needed with stroke patients. Rue is obviously a most valued member of the stroke team at Solihull Hospital. Pack Dog Rue. Our third finalist is Muppet. Pack Dog Muppet is owned by Liesl de la Fontaine from Chippenham in Wiltshire. Muppet has been a pack dog for 5 years and visits the children's ward at the Royal United Hospital in Bath. 27 nominations were received for Muppet. These were mainly from children and staff from the children's ward. The staff say Muppet brings a whole new dimension to the morale on the ward when she arrives. People smile. One special story was that of a 7-year-old boy who was due to go to theatre, but the ward staff had been unable to cannulate him as he was so frightened and distressed. Muppet was brought in and they pretended to cannulate her, and of course, Muppet was very brave. On seeing this and still using Muppet as a distraction, the little boy had his cannula inserted and went off to the operating theatre thinking about Muppet. Perhaps we can quote just one of the children. Jack said, "Muppet helped me smile again." Pack Dog Muppet. Our fourth finalist is Esme. Pat Dog Esme, owned by John Edwards from Whitchurch in Shropshire. Esme visits elderly residents in 4 separate nursing homes. Nominations state that Esme is an indispensable part of the team, along with a petition from all residents who were capable of signing, stating that they wanted their Pat Dog to win the competition. The activities coordinator at one of the homes says one resident who was terminally ill had little to look forward to, but her eyes came alight at the sight of Esme. Our residents find comfort and company very well behaved and in her presence. A couple of comments from residents said she is very well behaved. I look forward to her visits as I love dogs and love having a cuddle. Another elderly lady wrote, if I'm feeling fed up, then Esme comes in. It's like I'm in a different universe. Pat Dog Esme. Our fifth finalist is Lexi. Pat Dog Lexi, owned by Joe Jefford from Stockwood in Worcestershire. Lexi does her pets therapy work at the Vale of Evesham School, which is a special school for 140 children. Originally, this school started having Pat Dogs to visit to help a youngster with autism, whose fear of dogs was having a huge impact on his life and that of his family. One of the nominations was from a teacher who said, Lexi has now helped many youngsters who are afraid of dogs. Lexi has become a very valued member of our school team. Not only have the children overcome their fears, but they have gained confidence, and Lexi also boosts their self-esteem. One child, who has cerebral palsy, refused to use his left arm until he met Lexi. Now he uses his left arm simply to stroke her. Pat Dog Lexi. The last finalist in this year's High Life Pat Dog of the Year competition is Maisie. Pat Dog Maisie, owned by Marie Lilly from Bury in Lancashire. Maisie was nominated by 4 nursing homes in St Anne Brownies and the Bury Hospice, where she brings joy to patients, residents and staff. This gentle giant has a very calming effect on patients, which benefits their mental health. Staff at Burswood House say that many residents have varying degrees of dementia, and their demeanour and lucidity is vastly improved by their contact with Maisie. On a visit to St Anne Brownies, there were 40 girls ranging from 7 to 10 years of age. It was very noisy, but it just didn't bother Maisie at all. She just sat there and let all the children make a fuss of her. One of the Brownies was very frightened of dogs, but by the end of the night, she had overcome her fear and was happily stroking Maisie, and staff at Gawsey Clough Nursing Home say, nothing seems to faze Maisie, she's a star. Pat Dog Maisie. You've now seen just a few of the Pets as Therapy dogs that work throughout the United Kingdom.